Yes, sir. We are live. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? I might let a couple people get in here before I fully start today. How y'all doing today, man? How y'all doing this morning? I know I'm doing good. I know I am doing good. We finna get started today, man. We finna get started on a good week. Maybe you already have started. Maybe you getting out for lunch. Who knows, man? But if you pulling up, I want to thank you. I want to welcome you to episode 3. I think we on episode 3. Yeah, episode 3 of Tribunal Mondays, man. Good morning, sister. I'm finna come in and just drop a little nuggets on y'all. I wrote this early in the week last week. So come on, man. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Tribunal Mondays, man. Now this one, we're just gonna really talk about mainly one thing, and that's time. Time, the concept of time. Man, time, as of right now, is truly of the essence in the time we're in. I believe with the wealth generation going on right now, before our very eyes, I believe for everybody that'll be locked in about 10 to 20 years, more than 40 or 50% of black families will be rich and wealthy. I'm putting that into the air. I think it'll happen. I think it can happen. I think it will happen. I think enough people are paying attention to where, like, the financials of the black community can, like, really change. Like, it's so much information out here, and it's not just information being out here. It's smart people who are willing to give out the information in a very good way to where, like, people can, people aren't just confused about what's going on with financials. Like, the financial revolution that's going on right now, like, and that's really why the main thing I chose to focus on, like, with this podcast and just going forward, is just the financial revolution that I feel like is going on in America right now. And hopefully, well, not hopefully, but we're basically at the forefront because we're at the bottom of the wealth pool right now. So basically what's going on, anything important wise with wealth, if it's got to do with black people, then of course to me, with my biases, with my certain biases in there, it's going to lead to me looking at it and realizing, like, oh, like, we're probably the most important group, especially to my mind. We're the most important group that's finna actually get this information. And if we actually do something with it, it's going to actually change the way we can live in America. Like, I need people to really understand that if the black dollar becomes strong, not just in spending, but in usefulness and just where it matters, like, we can really make something shake. And if you remember, man, the last time we made something shake, like Montgomery bus rides, when we made something shake, something shook. Like, we weren't just peacefully protesting. We was stopping money. And when you stop money, when you know how to use your money, when you got your money on the right path, like, it's not just so easy to just try to knock you off and then they try to be done with it. No, when you got money, you can make things happen. You can make things not happen. Sometimes it will happen regardless, but hey, money is a greater barrier than anything else right now in this day, in this, like, just in this landscape of the world that we're in right now. So, like, just understand that there's a lot of money being made and information being given out. So please just pay attention. Find you somewhere where they talking about money. Listen to it at least once a week. And just, man, lock in for these next lock in for these next 5, 10, 20 years. Because if you're investing, if you're paying attention to what's going on, like, you won't be left behind. You don't want to be left behind in this financial revolution, because it's finna get, you just don't want to be left behind. You don't want to be left out. Especially when the information, as of right now, in this day and age, is so readily available that you can follow. And not just information that you can't do nothing with. It's information that's being dropped every week that you can follow and just get better with your financial situation. Like, and that's one of the most important things you can do, man. Taking good care of your financial situation in times like these, because we in a time of it's a big wealth transfer. It's a big wealth transfer, and I don't want you to be left behind. I want you to figure out what's going on. I want you to be in these podcasts and in these chat rooms and in these forums and anywhere where people are talking about money, so it can just be in your brain. It can be moving around good, so you know to yourself, like, okay, I'm not just out here not knowing around how money, I'm not just out here not knowing how money move. I actually know how money move. I know what to do with my money. I know there's better things than putting my money in the bank in the savings account. I know I can go to, an exchange, or I know I can open up a brokerage account, and I know I can get me an ETF, or and I need to have this stuff more readily available, because if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna have to check it again. I will check it on the next one, but if I'm not mistaken, they say the S&P over this year, over the last 5 years, I think, goes up about between 16, 19% over the year. So if you put 100,000 in there, that's basically 19,000 you just made. So, man, understand, dude, like, it's ways to make money. It's ways to do things with your money to where you don't really have to worry about anything. But paying attention to where you put your money in, that's really one of the most important things you can do. But yeah, just all of that with time and money. I just say all of that to say this. Don't play with people's time. Playing with people's time is the worst thing you can do, to me at least. Because you can get somebody money. You can get some money back. You can always get some money back. You can always get certain possessions back. It's some possessions that are just, prized, and you don't want to, no matter what, you don't want to do without. But even them possessions, you can do without. You can get new things from the people that gave you things. Like, mostly everything in this world can be, like, replaced. Mostly everything in this world can be replaced, except time. So that's why I say you don't play with people's time. Like, that's something they can't get back. That's something they can't make a project for. That's something they can't just get because it's not readily available. Like, your time on this earth was already, well, even if it's not predetermined, when you get called home is when you get called home. Like, it ain't no changing that. It ain't no maybe. It ain't no, bro, I ain't ready to go. When it's time, it's time. So that's why the time you got, I don't think you should play with it. And I don't think you should play with other people's. Like, if you're going to waste anybody's time, waste yours. Don't waste anybody else's time. Like, don't do things with other people's time that you wouldn't do with yours. So if you want to have somebody guessing multiple weeks about something or multiple days about something, don't do it. If you know you wouldn't play with your own time, having your time drawn out because you're trying to figure something out with somebody, don't play with their time. Like, just don't play with their time. Like, it could all be so simple. But yeah, cherish your time with the people on this earth, especially those you love or you find interesting. They will reveal truths, and some of them will be about yourself. Oof. I like that one, man. I feel like that's a bar. It's going to be a bar. It's going to be a bar later on down the line, man. Cherish your time with the people on earth, especially those you love or find interesting. They will reveal truths about the world, and some of them will be about yourself. Man, and the only way you can find that out is through time with the people you cherish. That's the most important thing you can do, man. Spend time with people. Using your time wisely. Spending time with people. Making new connections. Making the connections you already got better. That's what it's all about, man. wise usage of our time. So yeah, man, that'll be it for Tribunal Mondays, episode 3. We locked in, man. And we ain't gonna do nothing but get better, using our time better, making our money move better, making our money work for us. We gonna be all right, man. It's good morning once again. It's almost that time to be good afternoon. So it's finna be over with for me. I'm gonna catch y'all next time, man. Don't forget, don't waste nobody's time.